Alright, what's going on, guys? My apologies. I had to get used to this new format. Let me just go to my Twitter and send a link out so people know that I'm live. Um, it's not even coming up. This is weird. I didn't even get an alert that I'm live. I normally get like an email. Every day I sign into this thing, it's like a new system. It's weird. I don't get it. Third, fourth. I don't get it. Let me see something. Is people here? Are people actually here? Oh my goodness. Why does it do this? Let me see something. Just give me 1 second, guys. We're gonna get to the money for sure. I don't know. It's not sending out notifications. He said you woke the dead. Yo, let's get it. For some reason, I'm not. How did you guys know I was live? Did you get a notification or what? Let me know what's going on. I would hate for people to be deprived of this. Oh, got a slight headache. It's always a new system. All right, so the notification did go out. All right, that's cool. Let's get into it. The recap. Let me get my phone so we can see what we did right, what we did wrong. First thing is we faded Jokic tonight. That was the wrong thing to do. The game went into. If it wasn't for overtime, he was at about 5 times value. He sucks. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. But nonetheless, it went into overtime. He got his triple double. He scored every point in overtime. Sometimes I feel like it's rigged. I swear. But that's what it is. Let's see. Let's see what we missed. TJ Warren, I had him in both lineups. The last game is wrapping up, but I don't think I'm going to win tonight. Then Jokic. Michael Porter Jr. had a hell of a game, man. Hell of a game. Anthony Davis is having a hell of a game. DeMar DeRozan did okay, it looks like. Thomas Bryant, Brogdon. If I knew Brogdon, how many minutes was going to get 35? They said they were going to monitor his minutes. And he went and did 35 minutes. If I knew he was getting that against Washington, I'd have been Lock City. It just wasn't clear. And then everybody was on Aaron Holiday, and then I just swapped their lineup last minute. So, you know how that late news go? It gets a little bit wild in the NBA when news is late. Royce O'Neal is putting on a show. All right, Miles Turner, we knew he was gonna do well. Mike Conley is doing well. A lot of snowflakes that I thought would do decent. Ja Morant. I think I'm gonna try to avoid the back-to-back games for these guys because, I thought he was a young kid but he was just. I was watching the game. He was throwing up a lot of bricks. He looked like he was tired. Um, Derek White, he didn't disappoint too much. I thought Gallinari would have had a better game, but he got right about 5 times value. Um, Steven Adams disappointed. He got into some early foul trouble, so he still played 34 minutes though. 22 fantasy point. One more real life point, you would have got the bonus. That would have pushed us closer to that 6 times value. Gobert is still a bum. Gobert and Jokic is the same to me. They just big for nothing. I don't even know why he's 7K. I'll pay 4K for Gobert, honestly. Ben Simmons cost me my night in a nutshell. Um, he's in a lot of foul trouble. Yeah, he fouled out in 25 minutes. Only got 21 fantasy points. With that, you're not going to win any money. Period. All right. I'm not going to take too long on this, so I'm going to get right into it. Be Legendary, welcome. Tom Bravo, welcome. Rico Smith, welcome. What up, bro? I finally caught you live. Simo, welcome. Yeah, it was a bad night. Ben effing Simmons, tell me about it. Man, what a night. I know. I got AD right. Conley doing well, too. That's what's up. Clarkson blows. Yeah, those bench guys for over 4K, 5K could be a little bit of a trap. You want to be careful. All right, let's get into the slate. Um, Milwaukee versus Brooklyn. It was announced today that Brooklyn will be without a lot of their starters, okay? Everybody's out. Karis LeVert's out. Joe Harris out. Jarrett Allen is out. They're not risking injuries for this bubble foolishness. They won some key matchups, and teams have been losing, which pretty much guarantees them a playoff spot. So I think they're going to start just chilling. I'm actually going to get into Brooklyn first because it's kind of interesting, right? We look at point guard. They want 6,600 for Tyler Johnson, which I think is just stupid. It's just we look here. He played 20. If you go out and shoot 0 for 7, I know you're an NBA player. You got more potential than that. 29 minutes should have did better. All right, let's see if he has played. So he doesn't have. I will have to dig way back to see when the last time he played that many minutes. But he's going up against the best defense in basketball, and he just took a $3,000 price jump because his back. He doesn't have a backup. He is the backup. Depends on who they start. So pretty much, the people that's sitting has nothing to do with him. I guess his usage will go up. They feel like he's the next best. They feel like he's the next best offensive player. So I guess they feel like he gets the highest price jump more than anybody else. I don't know. I don't get it. I wouldn't play him at 6,600 against the Bucks. Chioza, I wouldn't pay him at 5K. He could barely with the full team. I mean, he had a good game. He shot 6 for 8, but he's not really like that. He doesn't shoot high percentage. 5 for 9, 5 for 8. He'll get some assists. Coming off the bench, he looked okay against bench players, but off the rip with Jonathan and Middleton running at these guys, they're gonna get ran off the court. I am almost. I don't like to predict blowouts, but there's no way I can have a U.S. dollar and say I'm betting it on anybody on this team tomorrow. I can see Jamal Crawford ruling in and him playing, allowing the other guys to get some rest, and people go crazy, and he becomes a super popular play, which wouldn't be a too much of a bad idea. But we haven't seen this guy play basketball in forever. Just to say we're gonna jump on him, it's just not smart. Garrett Temple for almost 6K. I have my concerns. TLC five. Honestly, I don't like any Nets player. Not one. Not one. Look, even Dante Hall took a price jump just in prep. Draftkings doesn't even know how to prepare for the news. They're just up pricing guys. I'm pretty sure one of them will end up on fire with flames next to their name, but it's like putting names in a hat and shaking it and picking one at this point. There's no strategy to figure out who you want to play in this situation. It's just frustrating. It makes me not even want to play the slate just because. And then we have these people that's just gonna stack the whole team, hoping that everybody, but they can't because it's not like everybody's 3K. So you're paying 6K for Tyler Johnson and Garrett Temple. These guys suck. I mean, they don't suck, but they're not. Anyway, let's keep it going. On Milwaukee, Bledsoe is finally able to play. He's 6K. Against the Nets, he should thrive, but again, I just want to avoid this game. But I don't think it's a bad play for 6K. He's averaging 30 on the season. It doesn't even make sense looking at the split because it was a whole different Brooklyn team that he's playing. So um, it's just that if you feel like he's going to come back and make a splash, you can go for it. One thing I do like when a player has been out or never played and he does play is that film and scouting reports are not really keyed into what they got going on, so they tend to have better games. But again, this is just not a game I'm interested in. Nothing here screams at me. People will come here and try to find like a 7,900 Middleton. He'll probably have 35 by halftime. Their team is up 40, and you're like, yes, he's gonna hit, and he gets no fourth quarter. You're gonna be upset. Um, Giannis for 11K, not in this situation. I would say maybe some Brook Lopez because we know centers against the Nets, but the whole dynamics of this game just looks weird, and I'm just gonna skip over it. Honestly, I don't have too much interest in it. All right. Sacramento, D Fox bumped into a wall the other day. Orlando had them. They lost by 16, but they were down by like 30. This is the game that what's his name got hurt. Jonathan Isaac. They were up by 30, so he only played 25 minutes. I think he has a bounce back game tomorrow. I think with Luca coming out ready to run, I think he has a bounce back. It's not like he had a bad game by any means. He shot 50%. He got to the lines 5 times in 25 minutes. He had some assists, still a couple of rebounds. So we know he could fill up the stat sheet. We see that he got 54-point upside at 7,300. We just need about low to mid 40s from him, and he does it. I mean, his floor seems safe based on his game log. Um, so I would give him another chance. I'm not gonna pull him over into the lineup just because I don't love him, but I can see him coming out having a better game. And then his backups are just 50-50 if you want to go to that. Bogdanovich for 5K. In the 2 games they played, 36 and then 27. So he's flirting with 30. That's 6 times value for the price. In 2 games, he played 25 minutes against pretty much the same Dallas team. They haven't had much changes. So it's not like a whole different team. He seems to struggle against them. Um, Anytime D Fox is playing, I tend to be cautious with picking him, especially if they're both starting. I do prefer Buddy Hield, but he hasn't showed me anything impressive thus far. Here he shot 2 for 13, so normally I would say forgive him. He's not that poor of a shooter, da 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 da. But then here he came out again and he had some rebounds and assists, and he's still in hit value. So I'm like, do I just want to take a chance? I mean, any of these guys have the potential to go crazy. It's just some have more of a chance than others, and if I don't see consistency or anything that I can rely on, I'm just gonna keep it moving. Just doesn't make any sense. All right, Barnes, Bazemore, just a crowded front court. Bielica, Giles. Giles had a big game the other day. He went off for what, 34? If we paid 4K and we get 34 from him, we're happy. But again, we want to look at outliers. Look, he shot 9 for 11. He's not the type. He's not going to do that consistently. Yeah, he shot 8 for 14. That's a pretty good line. He still only ended up with 28 fantasy point, which is about 7 time value. I would take it and be happy with it. But the risks, the floors of 4s and 8s and 16s for that price, it's just not worth taking the risk, in my opinion, at least. All right. Then you have Holmes who can't stay out of foul trouble, and that's another thing that determines um, how many minutes Giles get. He fouled out the game before. This one was a blowout. Porzingis could be a little tough. He's tall, he's long, and he gets high usage, so I can see him getting into foul trouble again tomorrow. I wouldn't really mess around with any Sacramento players not named D Fox. Only because D Fox is the point guard. He'll overexert himself if Don and them decide that they want to keep this game close. It'll take a lot of effort from Fox. So Fox is who I like for Sacramento. And then looking at Dallas, um, Luca is always good to go. For that price, you need mid 60s, by my standards at least. Um, and he's averaging that in the first couple games. So if we get 64, 65 again, we'll be cool. Here he only had about 60 at 1100. If you give me 60, I'm not happy. Just sorry, I'm not happy. All right, that's a little bit over 5 times value, and at that type of price, I just never love paying up for those kind of plays. All right, Tim Hardaway for 6K is a joke. I would never even consider that. I mean, the last game he gave you 20 fantasy points. You pay 6K for that. It's 3 times. Come on, you don't want that. Kleber for 4,700. I don't know why these guys stay so expensive. You're gonna get 11, 11 fantasy point. You're gonna be pissed off. DFS again. I was big on him the other night. I thought he had a safe floor and some potential to be sneaky, but it's just the Porzingis. I got a headache. It's the Porzingis and Luca show. So if it's not one of them, I would say don't take the risk. And that's it. Porzingis for 9K, we need about 55, 54. He's done that twice, 52, and then he showed some 70-point upside. And he showed that he can succeed against this team. I don't think I'm going to get to him. I got 2 lines right now. And the reason I don't think I'm going to get to him is because He's the most expensive center that I like. And I see some cheaper guys who got potential to get me to the 40s and 50s as well. And we'll look at them as we break down the slate. But yeah, these first two games just doesn't appeal to me. I'm going to keep it 100. It's just not what I want. All right? Let me check in with y'all on YouTube, see what y'all talking about, man. Oh, y'all chatting a lot tonight. Um, I agree. I don't like no nuts. Yeah, they're too expensive. If you haven't tried these poppables that Lay makes, you definitely should. I've tried them. I'm not really a big junk food guy. Like I'm lying. It depends. But I've had them. They're alright. Honey barbecue is where it's at. Okay, sounds like you got the munchies. You was bunning the L. You smoking something. Porzingis has been under 10% on last two games. He's expensive, and we know what he could do. He'll go off, and then hit you into a wall. He could be a risk, but if you get him on a good night, then yeah. Wish I would have played Tatum tonight. Good call. Tatum wasn't on the Draftkings slate today. I don't think so. Boston didn't play home. Should be playing much better. Yeah, but he's not. I don't like those bubble homes. Until I see something from him, I'm gonna stay away. I made that mistake already. It's a gamble picking which sack player will go off. Not quite. I think if Sack keep the game competitive, it's going to be because of a strong output from DeAndre Fox. I think Fox. Bucks by 88 tomorrow. Take the over, no matter what it is, for sure. Well, you got to be careful with that, too, because they'll be up 50 going into the fourth, everybody resting, and then the bombs come out, and then the Nets make a run, and then you lose. So I would just avoid that game altogether. Thoughts on campaign, Kemper? I didn't get to their games yet, but when I do, I will give my thoughts. I promise you. Dallas never blows anyone out. Oh, I mean, it's like a two-man band, right? Um, so I believe it, but still, Sacramento don't have anyone that pops out to me. I don't love this game. There's nobody I see that side. Let me play them. Olynyk been on fire. Yeah, I got Olynyk in both my lineups right now. It's just that other than Bam, the team doesn't have any bigs like that. They have Crowder, but I feel like Olynyk gonna get 25 minutes, and at that 3,800, it's worth a risk. You know, he could be inconsistent. He's burned us before, but I think it's worth the risk for sure. Giles got 34 garbage points. Yeah, Dame tomorrow against Russ. Good feeling. I like Russ. I mean, Dame, when he starts hitting them 80-foot jumpers, he's unstoppable. I saw him against Boston the other day. But I'll take Russ over Dame. Me personally, Russ is gonna get you every stat in the book, and he played harder. I like Russ more than Dame, but yeah, for sure. Might stack Dame and Russ. That's an expensive stack. If you could do it and still have a decent lineup, then go for it. I don't blame you. I think that's a good idea. Let's get into another game. Kings versus Phoenix. Another game I don't love, man. I don't love this game, but there's some stuff that stood out to me. If Lou Will plays at 5K, I wouldn't play him. Only because I seen the scheme that the Clippers been running. For one, he's first game back, so I don't know how many minutes he'll get. But we seen what happened with what's this dude name today? Brogdon. First game and he played 35 minutes. So different coach. I don't know how um Doc Rivers' system is set up in LAC, but um I would be careful with Lou Will just coming back. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, 5K for Lou Will is cheap, but um did he play any games? No, right? He hasn't played since the restart. 5K Lou Will against a weak team coming off the bench in 3 games, 25 minutes. He got to about 26. It's not a lock for me. I mean, it's not a lock, but I see the vision. And then if he does play, it's time to give up on Reggie Jackson. Even if he doesn't play, I don't think I'm going to play Reggie Jackson. I'm sick of getting burned by these guys, man. There's certain players that's just known for burning you. Reggie Jackson's been hot. He's been doing good. But I don't think I could chase that. I'm not biting that. Ever since he left Detroit, I think it's curtains. I'm not playing him. Shamit, it's not worth a mention. Kawhi Leonard for 9K, I think it's a little too much for him. In the first 2 games he played, 42 and 45, right? That's like Jokic numbers. Even though he's much better than Jokic, you just don't want 4 to 5 times value for that type of price when you're paying for your player. My advice would be take his teammate. That's $1,000 less. Who has been in the 40s. He still hasn't hit the 6 time. Well, he got to 47 against the Lakers, which was a tougher opponent. And then this New Orleans game blew out. But in 26 minutes, he got to 43. So anytime this guy is going to get to 30 minutes, look here, 37 minutes, he got to 50. Um, in 2 games in 26 minutes, just 29. But I say just, he's coming out, he's taking a lot of shots. In 26 minutes, he already put up 17 shots. Um, 3 steals. I mean, it's a little expensive for the competition of the game, so I won't lock him in right away. But I do think that you got to highly consider him. He's been hot. He's been balling. He's been playing well. And then Marcus Morris, none of these guys have been doing shit. Jermichael Green's just been setting us up for failure. Zubac. It is Phoenix, though, right? Zubac could be sneaky. 27 against New Orleans. But look, it took him 2 steals and a block, so that's 6 points and then 9 rebounds. I'm not doing it. It's a stretch. You start getting into like the fourth and fifth options on the team. I know he's a big man. He can get you some rebounds and all that, but I'm more about safety, man. I want safe plays. Okay? And then let's check out Phoenix. The Clippers is one of the best defensive in the NBA. And one of my foundational fundamentals is I do not attack them. I don't like to pick players against them. So with that being said, for Booker, Rubio, only because I'm not gonna play anybody. I probably don't even mess with this game. I'll probably turn this into a nice little 3 game slate. My games start later in the night, which will work for me because in the days it's like, you know, I've been I've been busy. I've been busy this time around. I got a little boo thing I'm dealing with right now, and I've been giving us some time. You know, so I'm not. Again, I don't charge for this. This is for fun when I can. You see, late night. I just got off the phone, came on here and spent some time with y'all. That's how I'm living. But I guarantee you I won't put this in front of my personal life or my quality of life or happiness. So the fact that none of these early games stand off to me makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I can get my stuff done and then in the evening unwind with some wine and just watch these late games and enjoy it. Have some players from the games that really matters. But these 3 games here doesn't look like they're gonna be close. I don't like to predict blowouts, but 6,700 Rubio. That can be a good play if it wasn't the Clippers. Anybody else but the Clippers. They played 2 games. He played 27 minutes and he got to 33. 33 is not bad for 6,700. It is a price. All these players have price cuts on the Suns because of the opponent. The Clippers just washed up who Utah, I think it was. I don't see why they can't wash. I just don't want to be a situation where I'm like, damn, I got burned by Rubio blowout. You know. Let's see what Vegas got. Let's see what Vegas talking about. Let's see if Vegas agree. Um, with your permission, let's see. This is today. Today. This is tonight. Lakers is today. So Brooklyn, Milwaukee. Oh, they don't have lines out like that. Look, they're even confused. They're like, wait, all those guys are not gonna play? They don't even know where to go. They don't know where to go. It's crazy. Dallas, Sacramento, they have Dallas. 237 is a pretty good high on over under. Maybe that's a game we might want to look into. Phoenix Clippers. See, they have Clippers winning by 10. They're going to get smacked. These games in the night look much more close. Look, 5-3-3. Look at this Houston Portland game. The over under is 244. Ooh, I love that game. I'm gonna be on my 3rd glass of wine when that one come on. Chilling. Chilling like a villain. Alright. So yeah, with that being said, Booker for 8,400 playing the best defense, I would say no. None of these guys stand out to me. Somebody asked about C Payne. I see the vision. The first 2 games they played, he got 21 and 21, which is 7 times for his price, which is what we look for. And I think it'll be a blowout, which means he'll probably get some extended run because he's like a bench guy or whatever. Um, but I mean, he's min price. He's getting 20 minutes a game. This even the Washington game was a blowout. They was up by 13 points. He only got 19 minutes, but he still got you where you needed to be. He got some defensive numbers. How do I feel about C-Pain? I would say leave this game alone, man. Because what's gonna happen? You're gonna pay 3K for him just to what? I mean, if you need to pay up, you're trying to get the Russell Westbrooks in your lineup and Harden and all that, and you put a 7-man lineup together, and you just need a punt. I think he's a decent 3,200 punt. Honestly, I don't have anything bad to say about him for 3,200. I'm being real. All right. Bridges, Saric, Johnson, all these 5K. And again, I could tolerate a 3,200 player guy if it's the last man in, but I'm not paying 5K for any Suns in this game. I do like the discount on Ayton though. If I must say, my favorite Sun is Ayton, only because from my analysis, I realized that bigs have been giving Zubac a hard time in the lane. So by halftime, this guy would be about 30, you know. And then if hopefully in the third quarter when you come out, he can just get you into the low 40s and game wraps up. But if I was to, and I think I might gamble with some Ayton tomorrow. I might. I gotta look at my two lineups again, but I doubt it. I doubt I'm messing with Ayton. I mean, it's just not worth it. If you look at the two games they played in 30 minutes, he's averaging 45.9. That's what we want from him tomorrow. But the Clippers just look like this. They're clamping down. They beat the Lakers. They beat the Utah. They did they beat the Lakers the other day? No, I think they barely lost. Paul George missed the three. Yeah, when he jumped on LeBron, jock stretch. I'm like, oh, he shut down two players. Yeah, whatever. Um, so yeah, I'm just not enthusiastic. The slate starts here for me. This is where it starts. This is where I get excited. But let me check in with you guys first. See what you're talking about. Oh, y'all really talking today. Jeez, y'all guys are active. Got a nice little community of DFSs in here. That's what's up. That's what I like to see. Bucks by 8. I think I saw that. Thoughts on Nurkic? I love Nurkic. I got Nurkic in both my lineups. I've seen Nurkic play. He looks so fast, so strong, and they gotta win. They gotta win. He can shoot the three. He's gonna kill them. I love Nurkic though. I got Weston Nurkic in the lineup too. Definitely. Warren for 8K. You can't say hell nah. You see what that man doing. The only reason I'm saying no is because he's on a back to back. And after seeing Ja Morant look like how he looked today as a rookie, I'm very concerned about these guys on back to backs. All right. Lou Will getting virtual lap dances via Zoom now in his room. I almost want to say PJ Tucker. Yeah, that's like a iffy 50-50. I don't. I wouldn't do that. Look at Covington or even I love House. I love House. House is gonna throw up 20 shots. He's gonna play 35 minutes, and it's gonna be a good game back and forth. I think he get some rebounds in there, some steals. I love House. I got House in both lineups. I think too. I'm all about House. I like Payne as a punt. Yeah, good luck. TJ Warren almost has to be a must play. I wouldn't say must play on a back to back like this, but he's hot. You see what you see the vibes. He's hot. I mean, 8K. Why not? If you can get a Bucks bench player that goes off, do it. Yeah, but I'm not playing any meeny miny mo with my US dollar with these guys. I'm not messing with that game. 8 in back to back 70. Orlando, hell no. Blazers won't win. Can't say that. Blazers, I mean, I like this Trent Jr. kid tomorrow. I think he's gonna have a career night. I'm predicting a career night for him. It'll be a very high scoring game. And Houston tend to play down to their competition quite a bit. I can't tell the last time I see Houston run a team out the gym. That's real. But anyway, let's keep it going. Indiana versus Orlando in Indiana. If you got Brogdon at 5K, I don't care who the opponent is. I know there's an Orlando fan that be in here. He be like, "Damn, y'all stay disrespecting the Magics," but Just 5K is too cheap for Brogdon against Orlando. I don't want to hear no minute. Unless they rule him out, I'm not worrying about his minutes. I already see what they do. In 30 minutes, he already put up 38 against them. I would love another 38 tomorrow. I love Brogdon tomorrow. And then you definitely got to consider some TJ Warren. This man is away go. All right, Philly and now Washington, 270 bombs. I mean, we don't even need 50. We just need 50 at that price. He's giving us 70. All right, let's make an analysis. Let's see. He's taking 26 shots, and they're not even three-pointers, okay? Today he shot the ball 1 for 6 from downtown, all right? 26 shots this man is taking. Today he got 4 blocks and 3 steals. So if we take away 14 from 69, that's what, 55? That's still good, all right? Um, Orlando, Washington, I could see him getting the rebounds, so they played him big, all right? Turner's supposed to get some of those, but he got the rebounds. If we look at the Philly games, he had to score a 50 burger, which he's not gonna do every night. Okay, guys, we're not gonna expect 50 from him every night. He's not an MVP candidate. Let's not get carried away. But I'm under the impression that we get more of a Philly game line minus the 50 points. He'll get about 40s. I think he can. I think easy. I think easy. He can get into the 40s. I don't see why not. It's just that it's a back to back. In 2 games, 30 minutes, he only got 16. But his role was different. In those 2 games, he took a total of 20 shots. This game, he took 30 in just 1 game. So the role is different. You can't really compare it. But on the back to back, I think I'm going to take a fade on that one. I'm not going to chase myself into a concrete wall trying to jump on that wagon. Hopefully, um, he comes back to earth. His price drop. We get him in a better matchup, and then we jump on it. Once the bonus is out, man, T.J. Warren seems like he's ready to take that role. You know, they had him like at the third or the fourth option. It sounds like they came to an agreement that he wants to be the next man up or the first man up, and he's been doing a hell of a job. He's taking his team to victories, and once he keeps doing that, I think they'll keep feeding him. So that 8K might be cheap for him, man. I'm not gonna lie, but I just can't make the same mistakes over and over. I'm not doing a back to back thing. Unless I have to. Now, if I make a lineup and I'm looking for a player, because I don't think he'll sink me. I don't think he'll end up with 25 and have me like, damn. But he might. You know, this should be weird, you know? And then we got to look at some Turner for 6,500 against Orlando. Nah, I'm not too excited about that. Okay? What I do want to do, though, is attack the team coming on the back-to-back. See if I can get some Orlando players in there, okay? Fultz had a big game. He was really hot this last game. 6 for 9 with no peripheries. I don't see him ever getting the peripheries. I would say use caution. Be careful. Leave him alone. I like D. Augustine, but it's a 3-head monster, and I don't want to pick which one might do well. I like Fournier Price. He's averaging 6 times that on the season. Um, in 2 games, 30 minutes, he got the 38. And this guy tends not to be consistent enough for me. But I very rarely see like 2 games where he does not get to 30, right? Look, 30, this is pretty much 30, 30. Here we got a 19. What's behind the 19? Let's see. 38, 29, 46, 31. So I think the off game was there. The history is there. He's playing a team coming off of a back-to-back. He's 5K. The minutes are there. He's taking the shots. What else is he doing? Let's see. Is he filling up the stat sheet? Let's see where his production comes from, and if we can picture it against the Pacers. All right. So the game before, he took 15 shots against Brooklyn. Anybody could do anything to Brooklyn, right? Let's not get too crazy. Miami could be a tough defense. This game was a big blowout, 107 to 130. All right. So so let's see the San Antonio game. He did good. It was a close game. He did all right. Minnesota, he should have did better. Atlanta, easy matchup. Brooklyn, Dallas. I like this kid tomorrow, man. I'm gonna play some Fournier. I'm gonna put Fournier in the lineup. I'm gonna say consider some Fournier. Why not? Aaron Gordon for 7,400 can be interested. Only because now that Isaac is out, I feel like his usage will go up. But just too inconsistent. All right, Ross at 5K. He can easily get you to 30, but he hasn't been. I think the first game he came out, he did okay. And then he kind of fell back to earth 2 games in a row. They played 3 games already? No. Or the last game he did okay. So, yeah, I'm not paying 5K for a bench guy. During the season, I was doing it, and I was having luck mixed with success. But the way these bubbles are, I'm trying to be as careful as I can with my players. All right. So the guy I like here is Vucevic. Anything in the seven, I don't care who's the opponent. 7,800 is too cheap. Vucevic is a guy that needs to be in the eight and the nines on a nightly basis. For this price, we need mid 40s. He already put a 50 bomb up against them. There's no reason to hate on Vucevic. I think that's what you want. I think you want the Vucevic kind of plays, okay? And that's it for that one. All right, Miami versus Boston. This is a game I'm not excited about either. It's like just these two games on the end. Um, but Butler's been playing good ball for 7,200. I think that's worth it. But I'm gonna take some Goran Dragic. Why? Because Dragic is gonna get you about 30 points almost every given night. He already put up 35 against them. Um, look, 43, 29. I think his floor could be a little bit safe. Boston is a team that's going to keep it competitive. I don't see Miami getting blown out. They've just been beating all the good teams. Dragic is going to be needed. His vision, his leadership, his veteran status. I think that's too cheap for him. All right. These kind of slates, everybody's looking for super values so they can fit the Russell Westbrooks and all this stuff. But I think we can get some solid mid-range guy that's going to promise us that 6 times value that we need. And then hopefully one of the pay-up busts and just put us ahead of the competition. So that's always my strategy, all right? Duncan Robinson, if his three balls is hitting, we like him. If it's not, we don't like him. Jay Crowder for 4,600 can be a little bit attractive. How many games did he play so far? 2 games in the bubble. The first game 22, the second one 31. What I'm more impressed with is in a tougher matchup against Toronto, he took 14 shots. It's a back-to-back, but still, 4K is just, it's like almost robbery. This guy's gonna be in the upper 20s, low 30s most nights. I don't see why not. I think Jay Crowder is too cheap right here. On the season, he's averaging 6 times that price. 4K won't hurt you. Um, who he's got a seat on there? Hayward. Hayward could be a little tough, and I get it, but I'm not too concerned. I think Jay Crowder is a good play. All right, and then I gotta look. Hold on, let's put Jay Crowder as the small forward. Oh no, he's a power forward. All right, whatever he is, he could be. And then we gotta look at some Kelly Olynyk, man. I really like what he's been doing. He's not even 4K. In the 2 games, he's been into the 30s. I know it's a back to back, but um, let's look at the rotations here, okay? If Bam is the starting center, who's his backup? It's not Haslam. Leonard hasn't been getting any minutes. It's Olynyk, okay? Perfect. Who's the smart starting power forward? I would say Jay Crowder. Who's his backup? Jones Jr., who hasn't been getting any minutes. So no, he got 0.2 minutes. So it looks like they're doing like a hybrid approach where Olynyk is like the guy to cover 2 positions, and that makes me like him quite a bit tomorrow. So I would say get some Olynyk. These Boston guys are too cheap for what they do. Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo cannot carry a whole team. He's getting a lot of support. 5K for Dragic. Olynyk going off every night, 3,800. Jay Crowder, 4,600. Jay Crowder, I don't love him at that price, but I think it's a good bargain. Even Bam, 7,700 for a guy who could come out and knock you with a 50 burger. That's what we want. The only thing is in 2 games, averaging 35 minutes, he only had 26. That concerns me. And since the break, in the couple games that they played, 40 and 29, he still hasn't meet that mid 20s, mid 40s yet. And I guess that's why they're coming down on his price match with the matchup. So I would say be careful. Get the cheap guys. Don't worry about these high price guys in a game that's going to be slow and boring. Defensive coach, well coached. We don't want to put our money on the well coached game, okay? For Portland, I am infatuated with Nurkic. I saw him play the other day. He's averaging 52. I don't see anything less than that. The guy's going to step outside. He can hit the three. The rebounds are going to be like near 20. He's going to get like 20 rebounds because listen, I watched the Rockets Bucks game, and the Rockets tied a record for the most 3-pointers taken in a game. Okay, this is the center. He's gonna suck up all those rebounds. This is what you want, guys. Please make no mistakes about it. It's probably my favorite. If you saw the thumbnail, you saw I had Nurkic. That's probably my favorite play. My pay up for the day is Nurkic for sure thing. I think he's in a good spot. and he should be able to excel. Okay, I think he should be able to excel. Um, I do like Trent Jr. again. Um, with Noah Reza, this guy's been getting massive minutes, and he's been taking good amount of shots. 5 shots, 8 shots, and high percentage. He played Boston, which is supposed to be tough. He got to 31. So him and Jay Crowder got the same story. The only thing is with this guy though is he's very points the like points what they call it. Um, he depends on just raw points, right? And also, you guys know I hate to pick these players that just go and just shoot, shoot, shoot. Like 7 for 11 from three, he only took 12 shots. So 11 out of his 12 shots was threes. 5 out of his 8 shots was threes. The problem is he's gonna be playing the Rockets, where a lot of threes are gonna be needed. How do I feel? I feel like he's sneaky. He'll be low owned. But he could be a little trappy too. But I don't think he'll sink you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he'll sink you. Where the scoring gonna come from? But again, if it's gonna be Nurkic, again he's like a fourth, fifth option. You got Nurkic, Dame Lillard, C.J. Mack, and then him. So that's a little bit worrisome as well for that 4,300. But I like him. I'll bring him over for now. All right. And then Dame Lillard, 10K is a little too expensive. C.J. Mack for 8K is not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. Um, in the few games that they played, he's averaging just about 40. For this price, we need upper 40s and it's hit or miss. He can either get you 50 or he get you 40. He get you 50, you happy. If he get you 40, you like, oh man, CJ, you could have did a little better. All right. And then that's it. I already put this guy into the garbage pan. Now his price jumps. I want no parts of this guy. He's out there looking lost. No more Collins for me. I'm done. I have zero tolerance for the suckiness that I be seeing from some of these guys. All right, let's check out Houston. I love. I don't. I'm not gonna pay 11K for any player. Okay, it's just ridiculous. It's not my style of playing. But 9,400 for Westbrook is good. He hates Lillard, and every time they play, he comes out trying to make an example. We seen Lillard kind of shut down Tatum, but Tatum is not. He didn't really shut him down. Tatum was hot, and then Lillard said, "Let me take over. Let me guard him. I think I can do better." And then when Lillard started guarding Tatum the other day, he slowed him down quite a bit. Is that to say that Lillard played good defense? No. In 3 games, Russ Westbrook played 40 minutes, and he put up almost 70 fantasy points. For this price, we need about 55. I'll accept 55. Um, Milwaukee got 50, 61. These expensive guys, man, I'm not really enthusiastic to just play them. If I'm gonna give you a simplified lineup, I'm giving you guys with upside with lower price tags, and that's how we gonna keep it, okay? But I think um, I think he's a good play. If it's a Rockets that I like, it's him. All right, but I do also like House. I think House is in a good spot to thrive again. Um, at that 4,800, I need just about 30. Against Dallas, he gave it to me. Against Milwaukee, he didn't. Um, it's tough. I mean, the minutes are going to be in the 30s and 40s. He's going to take a lot of threes. A lot of threes. I don't know if he's going to get rebounds. I don't know. 5K House, I guess. He'll probably be another one of those popular plays. Nothing screams at me. I mean, he's not going to sink you. I don't think so, at least. And then that's it. That's it. If it's not Harden or Westbrook, I don't want no parts. So here we are. I got a line full of people that I like, and we got to spend 5,500. I'm gonna finalize this line. I'm gonna make it special, and then I'm gonna get off here. But before I do that, let me check with my good people at YouTube and see what y'all talking about. With your permission. Orlando slow plays and good defensively. Same with Indy. Westbrook and Nurkic lock. Bam Adebayo love. Not quite. I haven't seen nothing too crazy from him. I seen Jimmy Butler going on and Olenek versus his former team. Okay, the revenge, but it's a back to back for those guys too. So I'm not like super crazy to play Miami, who just had a tough game against against what's these guys' name? The North. We the North. All right. So let's see how we can fix this up. All these guys are good, man. If you want some values, pick any of these guys. You should be okay. From this list, I think who do I want to get over? I like Aiton, man, and I like the fact that he's power forward eligible. I know it's the Clippers, but I think he can get you that double double. I just don't want him to get ran out the gym too soon. And I don't want to go against what I know. It's just don't attack the Clippers. I like D Fox. I don't like him more than Brogdon. He got higher upside than Dragic. Who they playing? Dallas. What's his history against them? Something about I think D Fox has a bounce back game, man. I think. What's his history? I think he sucks, right? Oh no, 43 in 2 games. Yeah, give me some D Fox. I'm gonna take out Dragic. Coming off the back to back, he's a little older. Avoid those back to back plays. So we take out Dragic. Let's clean up Dragic and throw D Fox in there. I like D Fox tomorrow for that 7K. I think that's kind of cheap for D Fox. Who else? Yeah, I like Aiton, but I'm scared, man. I know better. I'm telling you, man. I know better. Brogdon should be good. If I take out Fournier, I'm gonna have 80, 83. Because everybody else. What about if I take out Crowder? I'll have 78. Let's see. Oh, we can take out Crowder. Put in what's his name? It fits perfectly. Aiton. Oh my God. Let me see. Rubio, Booker. They don't got nobody, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. If I take out Fournier, all right. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take out. I'm gonna go back to the hot hand. I think TJ. I know it's a back to back, and I get it, but I'm gonna come off Crowder. I'm gonna go TJ Warren. I gotta do it. The guy just went. He's just going off. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta ride it. It's a back to back. Oh. All right, we're gonna do that for now. We're gonna get back Dragic. I know it's a back to back. I'm like a hypocrite speaking right now, but 5K though in a game like this, that's gonna be a big game. Give me back some Dragic. 5K sounds too good to just chase value. So what's this, 59? What can I get? If I take out Olynyk and not chase these cheap scraps, right? Because Olynyk is what? Off the bench, hit or miss? What we get? What we get in that area right there? What we start? We start looking at some Oladipo, Brook Lopez. Oh, you know what's crazy? Nurkic is power forward eligible. Let's plug him in. Let's plug him in. Nurkic, power forward eligible. You know me, guys. I gotta get y'all that fuego. All right, let's go down this list and see if it's anybody we can stomach. Not really. Not one person. I mean, I'm gonna have to downgrade somebody. Who would it be? Nah, I gotta be somebody around the 50 now. Or I could upgrade somebody, right? Um, None of these guys stand out to me. It's crazy. We could go back house. Let me see if it's anybody else I like. Now let's get back Olynyk. It's a lot of people on that back to back, man. But it just makes sense. Go back Olynyk. How much was Fox? 73. Nah, alright, let's see. I don't want 72. Jimmy Butler for 48. Just I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. but this feels right. Let me see his history. In 2 games, he's averaging 45 against Boston. He's filling up the stat sheet. Um, to get to 38, well, Toronto is tough. All right, Denver, New Orleans. I just want to see the type of teams. Those are not teams. Boston is disciplined. What he did against Milwaukee, 38. 38 won't kill us. He got some upside to him, too. And they like to show off against these teams. I'm trying to see any other defensive-minded teams. I would say come off Fournier and go Jimmy Butler. All right. Let's see what other options we have. That's an option. Again, all these Miami people. No, I don't like. I don't like the direction this line is going. Let's go back to the top. What we can do. Brogdon got to stay. Fournier should be safe. Trent. Fix it up for you, man. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I want Fox. So I just don't know. All right, let's take this guy out. Something's telling me Fox will have a good game. Let's play Fox. And let's not chase this back to back. Let's see what we can do. If you take out this, we move up Nurkic to the power forward. I think Trent's gonna have a big game tonight. Let's see. Anything? Oh, no. And we stuck with these. Just like stuck with nothing again, right? It sucks. This is really bad. There's no forwards that I like. Vucevic got to stay. I think I'm going to have to get off Fox and pay up for another forward. That's a smart thing to do. Go back Warren. Come off Fox. What other forwards besides Warren is there that gives me security? Or better yet, listen. Come off both of these guys. You know Russell Westbrook going to come out and bust their ass. So let's get on some Westbrook and just play around with the rest of the money, period. I know Westbrook not going to disappoint. How much is left after Westbrook? 45? All right, give me back one of those bombs. What is it, Crowder? We had Crowder, right? How much was Crowder? 46? Oh, my God. Oh, don't you hate when that happens? I would have loved Crowder right there. That'd have made it perfect. For forward. Bielitsa? I don't mind. I'm just gonna do this for now. No, I can't do Bielitsa. You just had 7 fantasy points, you bum. Get off my screen, man. I'm not doing Holiday. Kooks? Nah, I can't do none of this. Can't do none of this. I'd rather go back to that Olenek play, knowing that I'll get mid-20s. We got 700. 10, 1. Let's see what we can do with that 700. 50. I don't know. I'll leave it. I'll probably leave it on the table and play this lineup. Westbrook should hit. Olenek is a punt. Dragic is going to hit. Vucevic is going to kill that. Nurkic is going to kill that. Trent. Let's see. For 5K, what I could do if I get rid of Trent. Is it an upgrade? I don't want Buddy Hield, Lou Williams, Hassan Whiteside. I don't want none of these guys. Nope. House Jr. I'll go House over Trent. Yeah, because Trent. House. Yeah, let's do that. House play big. He'll get more rebounds. Let's get rid of Trent. I know I like Trent a lot, but just for this lineup's sake. House would be the third guy. Trent's like the fourth or the fifth, right? House is right behind as far as scoring. It's Westbrook, Harden, and then House. On the other side, you got Lillard, McCollum, Nurkic. So I would say this is it. I think this is it. That's the killer. I spent way too much time doing that. Final thoughts, guys, and then I'm out of here. Dallas plays good defense. Target for value. Go Brook Lopez and create some flow. Nah, I'm not messing with that game. P train, trust me, you don't want to mess with that game. When you see the game's gonna be weird like that, I know Brooklyn is like a see, Brooklyn and Washington are gold mines for fantasy, but Washington, for some reason, they tend to stay around. Brooklyn has no, it's a bunch of third stringers out there. It's going to be worse than D League basketball. Who's the best player on the court? Tyler Johnson? I don't want no parts of that. I don't want to touch. You'll take Vucevic out in the 7K? I can't do that. Vucevic is a beast. He's going to get 15 rebounds, 20 points, 4 assists. Kuz will get 30 minutes now. Orlando plays 10 deep. Brooklyn tough to predict. Yeah, especially tomorrow. Thanks for the vid. You're welcome, man. It's a pleasure. Anything I can help you guys do to win some money, I will always do it. Peace, love, prosperity. I'm heading out of here. I'm out.